It's literally couple of multiple of 24 hours until the new year arrives. Another trip to the sun complete and the cycle has been completed. Now we find ourselves doing the same exact shit even though we have a resolution of the new year of being something different than what we used to be. But time and time again, we have failed to deliver our promises to ourselves. Big, big, um, all we have done is something other than being productive at all because we don't understand ourselves, our habits, or something like that. Anyway, today's topic of the video is that how to get your advice demolished by yourself. Do you really think that the advice that your mind gives to you is actually good advice for you? Look, most of the time you're influenced by a number of things, loads of factors that come into your thought. And your thought process is not really free at all. It's influenced by many things. So you have to take in consideration of that. And now further on, when you have a depressing day that nothing feels like anything, nothing feels like the slight tangent of hope that you can reach, the light actually seems far long away from you, and the end of the tunnel seems like a maze of impossibilities. Then you gotta see for yourself that you can't do anything for yourself. If you are actually very lonely and you don't have any support around you, and you are and the gist of it that you are actually pretty poor, then you are fucked. There's nothing else you can do, nothing else at all. But if you have got the slightest of support, you probably have the chance of actually finding your way out. But it's not gonna be easy, not at all. I'm not talking about the complexity, which has the classic definition of how much time it takes for you to do the work. It is going to be something other than that. That is, that it's not gonna be easy for you to believe that you can do it. Believing is the first part that comes before anything that you do that materializes in the real world. Look, today I am kind of out of the the state I was in a couple of days ago. I started doing some productive things that I quit drinking alcohol. I've, I've nearly doubled down on the amount of smoking I do. That's a pretty good thing. That's, probably is true. And lastly, I've joined the gym. And I've been told time and time again that going to the gym actually opens you up to new people that you can meet. But you know what? That's not what your primary focus should be. Especially if you live in a third world shithole like me. Your primary focus should be all on yourself. That you can be out of your physical couch potato state and be into a fit human that looks like a human, not something like a goo of a goo of fucking sponge in mud. I don't know how to phrase it. Anyway, moving on from that, when you go to the gym, you see a lot of people that are basically like NPCs. They don't do much but do what the herd does. Just follows and does things the same way every day. What I like to do is blend in because I have the freedom around me that I can be individual. I can meet my individualistic needs. And that's why I don't have to be that way all the time throughout the day. I can be sometimes not me, not myself, and be the other people, be the NPC. And then, after I return from being an NPC to being myself, it amplifies the pleasure and peace and contentment that you get when you can follow your inner voice. So that's what I did. I went to the gym, exercised, that you can also phrase as suffering. The suffering that is induced on myself by my own sheer will to suffer, and that suffering will yield something good. I believe it. So, this is a 22-year-old speaking. The maturity is on the high now, and probably my prime is gonna be wasted away just being myself forever, the myself that is the nobody that you probably know and recall from 4chan's paranormal x board. I am that nobody, except without any powers to influence reality or manifest spirits. I'm just a regular person without the ability that a regular person possess. That's who I am, and there's not any bear shame to be buried under, because that's who I am. I can't change who I am. Maybe if I can, then I will let you know.